Okay, with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of June, 2025, or the 1st of June in the 13th year of Chongyol. So thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji Champumnimge, Kyombo, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 7. 전국 주인, 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 활동과 연결된 의하는 생활을 통하여 심존 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 7. Our family, the owner of Chongyol, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect the world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. Thank you. And once again, I'd like to share our mother's prayer at the Death Valley Holy Ground. Beloved Heavenly Parent, today in Nevada's Death Valley, the lowest place in this continent, we feel the touch of the Creator, our Heavenly Parent. You knew that for life to circulate and reproduce according to the principles of creation, salt is absolutely necessary, and you generously provided it to both humans and the animal world. What a tremendous and grateful thing this is. However, humanity has lost the essence of the Creator and also lost its own essence. Amidst this, you have endured so much while waiting and carrying out the providence to save fallen humanity. After a long wait in 1960, you sent the true parents. Through them, many true families have been established who can come closer to heaven. But when we think of the 8 billion people in the world who are still do not know you, the Heavenly Parent, we realize how minuscule that number is. Heavenly Parent, in this year of the Blue Dragon, the 12th year of Chongyol, your children are ready to expand the heavenly providence. Their efforts will enable leaders from over 200 countries to lead lives akin to salt, becoming role models for humanity and drawing closer to you, our Creator and Heavenly Parent. With more blessed families in Chongyol and the Chombo families, people capable of fulfilling these salt-like responsibilities will emerge in every corner of the world. Through these righteous people, nations that serve the Heavenly Parent will be established, and if this time can be advanced to be realized in 2024, we desire to embrace the day that leads us towards the Chongyol entrance ceremony in 2025, where all of heaven will prepare to receive glory. This ceremony will be a feast of praise before you, Heavenly Parent, honoring your long-awaited patience. Heavenly Parent, today in this Death Valley, we, your children, the salt of the earth, desire to expand your realm through the efforts of those who respect heaven. May such righteous salt-like people arise abundantly in this continent, this country, and all over the world. Bless our efforts, Heavenly Parent. May this place foster the rebirth of humanity worldwide. And may this day produce many righteous, salt-like people remembered by heaven. We earnestly pray this in the name of true parents. Archie. Thank you, and let's give a warm welcome to Tucker as he shares this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today, it is a time to begin the new day. Let's put our trust in heart and offer the great victory. So thank you. I just received some information about visitation of Sinchil Munshinin missionary to Asian Pacific because there is the Global Top Gun Youth Workshop in Korea on August, and also there is still further Sonfa ceremony. So I received a message. Maybe their visitation to Asia side is postponed to maybe September. So what we are not sure. We just continuously pray. Of course, we are continuously doing activity, but this is not because they are coming. We are how to living together with heavenly parents and true parents to welcome heavenly parents to our life or in the daily life, and how to return the happiness to heavenly parents and true parents. So those our investment is important. So we don't know when they are coming, but whether they come or not, we continuously go forward and return the happiness, and we will become the person who heavenly parent can proud, or true mother can proud of. So let's continuously go forward. So there is city, there is nation, and there is also the world. In each place, we have to testify, and also we have to create the ideal world of Chonikuk for future generation, and we are the one who will create these things. So through learning God's word, through the providential activity or training, let's continuously become the person who have the vision and dream of a heavenly parent and invest well. So anyway, thank you all brothers and sisters to support and joining together for the God's providence. Okay, so today let's continue to study the body of three parents in heaven's providence, chapter 6, the central providence for the farm settlement of Chonikuk. So this Champumoron content is almost ending now, chapter 6, and next is chapter 7 conclusion, then finish. So after Champumoron, I'm now trying to get the Korean epic. So before I can get that book, maybe we will return back to the Cheonsongyeon contents, a continuation of last part. Then if I get the new book, then we will read also that book again. So there are three books. One is this book, title. This book is The Body of True Parents in Heaven's Providence. And second one is Korean Epic. And third one is The Body of the Holy, I think, Only Begotten Daughter, True Mother. So these three books are published newly. So if I get, we can study together. Okay. So thank you. So we start the Hundok. So Mrs. Leighton, please.
Number 2, Heavenly Tribal Messiahs working for the firm settlement of Cheonggu. The latter 4 years of the 7-year course after True Father's Songhua was the providence to guide all people on earth to complete their 4-position foundations. After ushering in Cheongguk Foundation Day, blessed families who were reborn in the restored Garden of Eden were invited to fulfill the mission of the Heavenly Tribal Messiah. True Mother emphasized that being a Heavenly Tribal Messiah is in the sense that he or she is a tribal Messiah that attends the Heavenly Parent.
Yes, thank you. It's talking about the tribal Messiah. So this course is the course where all blessed family or even all people have to go. So please imagine about the moment before the receiving blessing. Before we receive blessing, we are standing as the individual position. So just joining the movement or as the second generation, we grow up well and we are targeting the blessing. So before receiving blessing, what was our most concern? Of course, we will do the mission, but in the same time, most concern is to prepare and matching and to receive blessing and to start family. That's why all youth or all single person or second gen, third gen has clear goal, how to reach the blessing and to receive the blessing. Then how about after that? After receiving blessing, which way should we go? Of course, we have to have an ideal family. We should love husband, we should love wife, we should take care the children, we should raise up the children as the heavenly parent children. This is true, but do you think this is the end? Just taking care on family and create the ideal family by own self. This true parents is mentioning many times. There is the next part. Individual time, we had a clear goal to receive blessing, go to the family. Then what is the after that? If we receive the blessing, if we create the family, then next direction is to restore the tribe. So true parents is showing clearly the direction. So how do we recognize or understand, and are we going this way or not? And also Mother said, Mother emphasized that being a heavenly tribal messiah is in the sense that he or she is a tribal messiah that attends the heavenly parent. So now we are entered the new era of Chanikuk. So we should we should get the victory as heavenly tribal messiah. Please.
Why did True Father ask you to carry out Shin tribal messiah activities? Many people think that Shin used in front of tribal messiahs means new. Father was not telling you to do it anew. He was asking you to become tribal messiahs that serve our heavenly parent. The character Shin, therefore, does not mean new, Shin, but God or heavenly. I pray that you will all be victorious as heavenly Shin tribal messiahs who attend our heavenly parent.
Yes, so this is explanation about the Chinese character or Korean word. So do you understand these differences? So tribal messiah, if we say in Korean, tribal messiah is 존족적 메시아. 존족적 메시아 is tribal messiah. Then Father put 신 tribal messiah. 신 존족적 messiah. So this sounds mean there are two kinds of meaning, new and also heavenly. So many people thought 신 존족적 messiah, 신 tribal messiah is kind of the new tribal messiah. But Father is clearly explaining 신 is not talking about the new, the heavenly side. That's why 신 tribal messiah is not new tribal messiah. This is talking about the heavenly or God tribal messiah. Please.
The heavenly tribal messiahs have the mission to complete the blessing of 430 families horizontally on earth and to vertically complete the liberation and blessing ceremonies of 430 generations of ancestors in 8 distinct lines. Absolute good spirits who have received the blessing through the ancestor liberation and blessing ceremonies will primarily reside in the Hyojongwon ancestor house, attended by their blessed family descendants, and they will actively support the providential activities of their descendants.
Yes, thank you. So, Heavenly Tribal Messiah, and now we are going to be the Chombo family. This providence are continuously going on. I think this beginning of this week, there was also the new memo about the inauguration or appointment of the next Heavenly Tribal Messiah. I think 1 year or 2 years ago, maybe several times, 2 or 3 times, there was kind of the registration process as the heavenly tribal messiah. And now, after entrance ceremony, they will continue to register as the heavenly tribal messiah. So I think soon this memo will come to each place. So please read again how we can fulfill the vertical 430 generation, the ancestor liberation and ancestor blessing, and also horizontally how we can love and give the blessing for 430 couples blessing. So vertical and horizontal, we should fulfill this heavenly tribal messiah providence. Please.
In principle, the seventh generation of descendants of a blessed family can meet the original standard of creation, and when those descendants reach perfection, the previous generations reaching back to the original blessed family also receive the same benefits toward reaching their perfection.
Yes, so this was already told many times. So likewise, it's not simple process. Please.
However, blessed families living at the same time as True Mother, the substantial Holy Spirit and only begotten daughter, wish to be reborn and reach perfection of character at the original standard of creation within one generation. When blessed families fulfill their tribal Messiah mission, they can be reborn as people matching the original standard of creation and complete the path to perfection.
Yes, thank you. So we are living here. All humanity are here as a result of 6,000 human history. And this history was the history of the human fall. That's why now three parents came on this earth and we are receiving the blessing. But how to restore the all past ancestors' result and how to change this direction? This is the issue. So three parents offer the whole life to save all humanity and showing us the way where and how we can fulfill the things even one generation. Then what kind of things can we remain or pass to our descendants? This is also the serious part. Please.
How is this possible? By calculating the number of descendants that a family would have after 7 generations, it was determined that the process of restoration through 7 generations would involve 430 families. Therefore, when a heavenly tribal Messiah family blesses 430 families horizontally, they can complete horizontally within 1 generation the restoration that would normally take 7 generations vertically.
Yes, so there is clear meaning to love and give blessing for 430 families or couples. That kind of the number of people we should love. So please imagine you have your parents, right? And you have your husband and wife, you have your children. So is it easy to love your husband and wife? Is it easy to love your son and daughters and to embrace and to guide or unite together? Even we think many things, many expectation or many wish toward husband, toward wife, toward children, but do you think they are easily follow us, follow you, follow three parents or not? Even not easy, but still love, patient, and serve them and invest them and sacrifice them. Then finally, they will be coming to you, coming to three parents together. This is, of course, the process of witnessing. This is same meaning, the investment of love, investment of the true love or overcoming of love. So loving one person, loving two person, loving three person, this is needed, kind of the bigger love or investment and sacrifice. So if we can do these things for 430 couples, then how about our character? Character will be growing up and also foreign nature will be removed. That's why this 430 family, the tribal Messiah, this has this kind of process and meaning. So we should raise up our capacity of love, patient and overcome, and finally we can be perfected. Please.
What happens when the tribal Messiah mission is completed? People's fallen nature is removed and they are reborn as original human beings, able to fulfill their responsibility through their own realizations. Through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, they can unite with True Mother and live according to the original principles. In other words, with a pure heart like that of a child, They fulfill the way of Hyojong, becoming one in heart, one in will, one in thought, and one in action with True Mother, the only begotten daughter.
Yes, so when we go to do this process, then our fallen nature will be removed and we can have a new start and we can have a new realization. Please.
Blessed couples who have completed their heavenly tribal Messiah mission enter the realm of the royal family of Chonryugu. Moreover, they become Chongbo couples, treasures of heaven registered in Chongbo 1, and are honored as blessed couples who have achieved the Chongbo standard for Chonryugu citizenship. Following this, those couples that bring 43 couples, 1/10 of the 430 couples from their tribal Messiah blessings, to become family federation members, then work to educate and guide those 43 couples along the path of Chongshim Chongbo training.
Yes. So each step has the process. So the giving the blessing for 430 couple is not the end. And after that, we will choose 43 couple and to educate, then raise them up. Those is the important process. Educate the God's word, let them blessing and let them stand by own life of faith. So until this level, we have to continuously guide. And of course, not only 43 couple, we have to do the ideally same process until 430 couples. Through this process, we will be returned to be the original state, and of course, all spiritual children of our tribe will be reborn as the tribe of Heavenly Parent. Please.
Nurturing the 43 couples well prepares them to become blessed families of true virtue. Through the process of this practice and training, the Chongbo couples will be cleansed of their fallen nature, becoming Chongbo couples who act according to the voice of the heart of heaven and advance to the stage of attending Heavenly Parent and True Parents, living in the kingdom of heaven on earth. In order for fallen people to be reborn and return to the restored Garden of Eden, they must pass through the door of True Parents' blessing.
Yes. So in order for fallen people to be reborn and return to the restored Garden of Eden, they must pass through the door of True Parents' blessing. So love people, invest and guide them through the things our guests, spiritual children, relative, brothers and sisters can grow up. And of course, through this process, there are many conflict, struggling, or many difficulty we will face with them, but we will overcome, we will embrace them, and we will go together with them. Please.
Through the blessing ceremony, a person is brought from Satan's lineage to God's. The core of the blessing ceremony is the holy wine ceremony. The holy wine sets the condition of a contract between God, Satan, and True Parents. When you drink holy wine, Satan must open the gates of hell and liberate you, and God must open the gates of heaven and welcome you. So when the blessing is given at the global level, the gates of hell will automatically open.
Yes, so I will read this part again. Through the blessing ceremony, a person is brought from Satan's lineage to God's. The core of the blessing ceremony is the holy wine ceremony. The holy wine sets the condition of a contract between God, Satan, and True Parents. When you drink holy wine, Satan must open the gates of hell and liberate you, and God must open the gates of heaven and welcome you. So, when the blessing is given at the global level, the gates of hell will automatically open. So, that's why Heavenly Tribal Messiah, Chombo Victors, or this True Family Movement or blessing activity, this is our core movement, and this is the reason, or one of the main important mission which True Parents come on this earth and to fulfill these things. So how many population in this world now, and how many people are really receive the blessing now? So how we can share this blessing, holy wine ceremony, and let them receive blessing to become the blessed family and to connect Heavenly Parent. This is an important mission as the blessed family, as the Heavenly Tribal Messiah. Please.
For proclamation of the firm settlement of Chongguk 2021, the Chombo Providence and the proclamation of the firm settlement of Chongguk. During the 7-year course of the True Fathers Chongju Songhua, True Mother set the standard for the restoration of 7 nations, 7 religious orders in a continent, and almost miraculously was able to proclaim the firm settlement of Chongguk. To firmly settle Chongguk on this earth, True parents overcame many challenges and walked a path of blood, sweat, and tears, during which it seemed they seldom paused long enough to take off their shoes as they strove to fulfill Heavenly Parents' wishes and the hopes of humankind.
Yes, proclamation of the firm settlement of Chongguk in 2020. So after the proclamation of Foundation Day, there was the 7-year course. There were many kinds of challenges, but continuously, Mother led the providence and target to fulfill the restoration of 7 nations, 7 religions, orders, and a continent. So we can remember those serious providence at the time. And in Oceania, we focus to restore and to fulfill this World Summit in Palau. So you can remember that moment in 2019. Please.
The firm settlement of Chongguk was proclaimed on the 7th anniversary of Foundation Day in 2020. On the first month, 13th day by the Heavenly calendar in the 8th year of Chongguk, True Mother majestically declared the sovereignty of Heavenly Parent with just one short statement. I proclaim the firm settlement of Chongguk in 2020.
Yes. So based on those achievements, True Mother proclaimed this. Please.
The key focus of the firm settlement of Chongguk is that Heavenly Parent, True Parents, and all their sons and daughters share their daily life together, whether coming, going, eating, sleeping, and whether things are good or bad. It is a stage of the providence when we always feel that Heavenly Parent is with us. And as we live, we feel that the spirit world and the physical world are one integrated world rather than 2 separate worlds. Furthermore, it is the time of the providence when Heavenly Parent, the people of the world, and all things of creation live together in harmony. It is the first time for Heavenly Parent and all people to become one and live together, and for us to recognize the spirit world and earthly world as one realm. These are things that nobody in history could have imagined.
Yes, the key focus of the farm settlement of Chongguk is that Heavenly Parent, True Parents, and all their sons and daughters share their daily life together, whether coming, going, eating, sleeping, and whether things are good or bad. It is a stage of the providence when we always feel that Heavenly Parent is with us. So this is the Heavenly Parent's ideal. Heavenly Parent want to live together, go together, come together, eat together, sleep together. And he wanted to do everything together with us. Good moment, bad moment, happy moment, or sad moment, or suffering moment, or those moments. So how much do we really live together with Heavenly Parent? We have 24 hours a day, but among 24 hours a day, how often, how deeply do we feel the existence or togetherness with Heavenly Parent? When we eat the breakfast, when we go out to the work, when we go back to the bed, do we really do together with Heavenly Parent or not? And this is actually the wish of our Heavenly Parent to live together with us. Please.
The firm settlement of Chongguk begins with the emergence of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Heavenly Parent and True Parents in unity, and expands to all of humanity. It is the providence in which Heavenly Parent and true parents live together as one, as the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, multiply children who are part of their direct lineage, and perfect their families by completing their four-position foundations. Furthermore, it is the providence of living together in which blessed families fulfill the heavenly tribal Messiah mission, forming tribes that live in attendance to God and expand to a people, a nation, the world, and all of heaven and earth.
Yes. So, heavenly parents and true parents and humanity, this settlement would be happened in this era. Please.
The firm settlement of Chongyuguk on earth means that God has been established as the vertical true parent of humankind, our heavenly parent. On the foundation of the proclamation of the firm settlement of Chongyuguk, Chongbo registration blessings, for which heaven had waited so long, were held on 2 occasions. True Mother was very happy and gave her blessing. The couples inducted as Chongbo families today are genuine citizens of Chongyuguk, registered as the original clear and pure Chongbo treasures that Heavenly Parent has always dreamed of seeing. Chongbo means heaven's treasure, and the Chongbo couples are registered in the heavenly genealogy.
Yes, thank you. So this is the final slide today. So through Mother, after the farm settlement of Chaniguk, Mother gave these new things about Chombo Victor, centering on that form settlement of Chaniguk. So what is this meanings? This meaning is heaven's treasure. So all our blessed family, Chombo family, is actually the heaven's treasure. So Mother is wishing all people that come together and recognized by our heavenly parent and true parents. So today we share about those contents about the especially 7-year course and also the after 2020. How many things happen after foundation day or after entering of that Chaniguk. Now we are making the three parents kind of the exhibition panel. And we are checking the old story or history of the three parents' life course from 1920, 1943, 1960, 2000, 2012, and also until now. But after 2013, there is the size or scale, there are many providence going on, and we can recognize those through parents' achievement and also through mother's achievement were really great. That's why there was my one feeling. We can study and we can learn those kind of the providential process of moving, but there is so many things, and actually there are many kind of the heaven's wish, and to the parents they are seriously try to fulfill this providence. That's why how can we reach or digest or go together, that kind of things is also one of the big things. That's why Father mentioned many times, even you don't understand, it's okay, please don't be die, just follow and don't be die. This is enough. So one time also, True Father gave this kind of word. So providence is really quickly moving and many situations is going on, but how we can go together and stick together and go flow this way, then automatically we can reach the land of Canaan and also enter the era of Chanukuk. So we can see there are many flow or urgent situation, but all the time we will connect with our heavenly parent and true parents, and we will fulfill our role and responsibility together here with our true mother. So we are grateful to go together with all brothers and sisters all the time. Let's continuously return the happiness and have a great moment. So once again, thank you for joining today. Have a great time. 감사합니다.
So, thank you very much, Rev Yutaka, for sharing. Yeah, many things every time I see when we read Mother's words and understand about the value of true parents in heaven's providence. Really, I'm sure we will reread many times and really see how we can achieve it. Some of the things that stood out for me was recognizing again that my original blessing was always conditional. We received the blessing, and it started the journey of truly substantially becoming part of God's lineage. Through the blessing, we are. It was highlighted that the core of the blessing was the holy wine, and that Satan and God and true parents come into this contract, and that Satan has to open the gates of hell and liberate us. And at the same time, God opens, the gates of heaven and welcomes us in. So that, this is really the thing that started when we received the blessing, that the gates were opened, and so we could move from hell to heaven. But to do that movement, I mean, that we have to do that. I mean, the gates open. I mean, but we've got to walk through both. Not get stuck in feel like, well, we want to stay in hell because we don't like the arduous path, to go to heaven. It's sort of like the Exodus, where the Israelites left Egypt where they were slaves, which is like being in hell, and they had to go through the desert, and that ended up being 40 years, going around in circles before finally entering Canaan. And so this is done spiritually and physically, and for us to achieve that substantial firm settlement, just as God through the opening of the Chongal Sanctum, firmly settled, that process for us, that usually would have happened over 7 generations. So we would have had to pass it to our children and children, and finally the goal reached. Because of true parents and because of true mother, that the grace of having it open to us, that all we need to do is in one generation, bless 430 families vertically and horizontally. And so once that's done, then we completely realize the removal of fallen nature. And of course, that's takes a 100% effort from us, not just individually as a couple, because it started as a couple. When Adam and Eve were meant to be the first true couple, but they didn't get there. But blessed, when we were blessed, the door was open for us to move from hell to heaven. And we all know that Satan uses love to keep us where we are, and God uses love, to help us awaken and pull us out. So love is always central. I mean, Satan, wants to take the love we have, and God wants to give us love to strengthen us so that we can walk that path. And so, it depends on us how we go on that journey, to walk. So it just sort of occurred to me, taking the holy wine, that the gates were open. That's this contract. There it is. It's open. Your cell's open. But if you've been a life prisoner, there's the thinking of, I don't want to leave my cage. I want to stay there. I feel comfortable. I mean, those that have had pets and Like I've had a couple of birds for 12 years. You open the cage, they happily go in and out. They don't want to fly away. But if you've got a new bird and you open the cage, which happened when I was young, they just flew away. I used to have a lot of budgies. But then you get some that are happy to stay in the cage. And well, I was happy because the bird stayed, but I was sad. And I remember one bird I had was so didn't want to be in the cage. Actually, I found it one morning with its head between the bars and it died because it got stuck trying to go out. And I felt very sorry to it. But in a way, I was the jail keeper, which Satan is, and I was giving it love, but from my perspective, because I wanted to have its love. Anyway, I mean, and it's a lot of thoughts happened. This realizing that these gates were opened, and it happened at the blessing, through the holy wine, and we have to go this way to reach heaven, and recognizing the sweetness of God's love and having this grace of doing heavenly tribal work that enables us to make the substantial walking vertically and horizontally, and that spirit world and physical world really are one realm, and they're all interconnected, and we all have to go that way and finally become those Chombo citizens, where we basically entered heaven on the merit of our successfully completing our responsibility, which is to take that passage from hell to heaven by realizing the that amazing condition of 430 families. So anyway, I was having these sorts of thoughts and realization, and also, wow, we can all do it in one generation if we really put our mind to it. I remember hearing Father a number of times being at meetings saying, oh, we're all starting out. You can do it in 7 years if you want to. In fact, you can even do it in 3 years if you want to. And getting all determined to say, yes. And then realizing I was quite happy in my cage, and didn't walk out enough. Walk out a little bit, go back in. Walk out a little bit, go back in. I mean, um, but I think it's time to fly into God's heaven, because He's there waiting for us with open arms. Yeah, that's my thoughts and reflections this morning. So, anyone else who'd like to share, go ahead. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Mr. I, go ahead.
Thank you so much. And so we like to be bird, not to stay dead, and to be fly, and maybe sometimes flying and attack the electric line of dead. But anyway, I think we like to be flying. And, so I just remember when 2012. June, that time, so much kind of direction came from headquarters to realize tribal messiahship. Two conditions. The one condition is deliver 430 to Father's autobiography, 430. Then ancestor liberation was 120. That is a goal. Then we done just before end of June. Then we must say, then we had a special education workshop in Korea, mobilized. The title was Direct Education for the New Tribal Messiah by True Father. Then I think even for Oceania, I don't know how many, like 50, 60 people attended. Then I was so curious, what is new? At that time is new because we just finished that condition. Then headquarters said, new tribal messiah. Then I was really thinking, what is a new? What is the content of new? What is a new? Then attended 10 days workshop. Then we had ODP once. Then also True Father gave message. But no one talk about new. Then we come back. What was a new? But after that, especially Foundation Day, True Mother, so giving more goal. Not the new, it's a heavenly, change into heavenly, but also before condition was 430 autobiography distribution, but 430 horizontal blessing to elevate. But also ancestor is not 120, 120 to 150, then become 430. Then Chombo Providence started. Then so they actually after Foundation Day, also entrance ceremony, it's really, I think Providence is really getting kind of clear. It's a challenging one. So they, especially I think person who done become Chombo, Trumada emphasizing we have to looking after 443 family, nurturing and giving good education. That is one of the area I think people doing. And but anyway, I think a lot of challenge, and I think we tried not stay in a bird cage. We like to open the gate and we go out. That is one challenge with a happy spirit. Yeah, that is just a number. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. Yeah, a bit of time for anyone else that'd like to share.
Thank you, Mrs. Rating, for reading. That's really great reading. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. All right, I think we can offer our unison prayers. So I'll just share the screen. Okay, and let's pray together. Thank you. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Rev Yutaka, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.